Good evening, I am Mark Seal with Sports Night. DeAndre Doughton is the only West Indies player to make the list of winners at the 2018 ICC Women's Awards. Doughton has been named to the One-Day International Team of the Year, with players like Windy skipper Stephanie Taylor and all-rounder Hayley Matthews not making the squad. Actually, no Windies players were named to the T20 International Team of the Year. Doughton may be one of the most powerful strikers of the ball in the women's game, but she finds a place in the ODI 11 on the strength of her bowling. She starred with the ball this year, picking up 12 wickets in 6 matches. The ODI 11 includes 2 New Zealanders, 2 Indians, 2 English women, 2 South Africans, and 1 each from Australia, Pakistan, and the Windies, based on their one-day international performances in 2018. So the full team reads in proposed batting order: Smriti Mandhana of India, Tammy Beaumont of England, Captain Susie Bates of New Zealand, Dane van der Kirk, South Africa, Sophie Devine, New Zealand, wicketkeeper Elisa Healy of Australia, Marizanne Kapp of South Africa, Doughton of the West Indies, Sana Mir of Pakistan, Sophie Eccleston of England, and Poonam Yadav of India. Now, in the individual awards, Smriti Mandhana is the ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year and also the ICC Women's ODI Player of the Year, while the T20 International honours go to Alicia Healy. Windies High Performance Director Richard Pybus has agreed to take up the role of head coach full-time, replacing the interim coach Nick Pothas. Reports are that Pybus's contract will effectively run until the 2019 Test Series against India, which follows the World Cup in England. The position of Windies head coach had been vacant since Stuart Law resigned from the position less than 2 years into his job. Originally, the fielding coach Pothas was made interim head coach for the recent tour of Bangladesh. Incidentally, West Indies lost that Test Series and the ODI Series 2-0 and 2-1 respectively, but they won the T20 Internationals 2-1. The West Indies 4-day championship resumes this weekend with matches in round number 3 as the Barbados Pride look to square off against defending champions and leaders Guyana Jaguars in a top-of-the-table clash. One factor which could determine the lineup of the Pride is the availability of the Test players, with the first Test against England slated for January 23rd. CBC's Sean Green looks at the possibilities.
The Barbados Pride team, deprived of most of its international players, started the regional season with a hot and cold performance, losing the opening fixture to the Leeward Islands and coming from behind from an almost impossible situation to win the second game against Jamaica at the 3Ws. Now they will face the formidable defending champions, the Guyana Jaguars. And even with the big boys back in the fold, we still have to wait and see if they will be available, with the English due to arrive in a matter of weeks. But let's examine the possibilities. If all of the international players are available, that lineup will see Craig Brathwaite, Shea Hope, Roston Chase, Shane Dowich, Ashley Nurse, Jason Holder, Jamel Warwick and Kemar Roach, and maybe Carlos Brathwaite. On paper at the regional level, that's a boss squad. However, if those players aren't available, then the Barbados Pride, led by the talented Shamar Brooks, should still have the service of the likes of Miguel Cummins and this guy, Jonathan Carter. The Jaguars dismissed the Volcanoes by 125 runs in their opening fixture, followed by the Hurricanes by 9 wickets, all crushing victories. The Pride Jaguar clash takes place at the Oval, lending Barbados the home advantage. And if all the international guys play, then we should get over the Jaguars or any other team. I believe Carlos Brathwaite and Ashley Nurse, who won't be featuring in the Test arena against England once available, will play major roles, just as Warwick did against Jamaica in round 2. Whatever happens, a stronger performance from the Pride is expected here at home against Guyana come Friday from 10 a.m. Sean Green.